Why do we have ReZero when we have this masterpiece?
That's what I'm saying.
Dying through death?
Yeah.
Who the fuck gives a shit?
Dying through death.
Hello and welcome to Trash Taste After Dark. We are now, hopefully, a lot brighter on screen. And while Joey adjusts his ass...
Find a comfortable seat. There we go.
What are you doing?
It's a seat. Just
Trying to find a comfortable seat.
Are you trying to like fucking meditate or something?
Gamers. Welcome to the Republic of Gamers. Yeah, so hopefully we look a little nicer now.
Yeah.
A little brighter than before because we were so dim last time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until after I watched the VOD of it that I'm just like, man, I really just blend in with the background, don't I? I just kind of like sink in with the seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people might be wondering what this is. It's is it our first sponsored stream? It might be. Well, actually, yeah.
No,
Well,
it's not our
It's
first.
sponsored stream on this set.
It's our first sponsored stream on this set.
Yeah, on this set. Yeah.
So this is why we had to like make ourselves look a lot
Exactly.
nicer.
And we're going to be talking about manga.
Manga.
That's something we don't talk about
Now
often.
you know I do.
I don't think
Even on the
I,
show?
I don't think we have a manga expert though, because I mean, like you're the anime man, and I don't really read manga, so
I don't read, so.
Well, then, I guess we're screwed then, aren't we? God, why didn't we get sponsored for this? But yeah, as you guys can see in the title, we're going to be talking about this thing called the Next Manga Awards.
Yes.
That is the Kadokawa's.
That was like the kid who's like, and I dream,
Actually.
When I grow up, I want to be
for the record, it is like 10:15, which
Yeah.
is a lot.
We've had a long day.
God.
We've already recorded like an episode of Trash Taste, and it's way later than we normally start recording. I just realized I don't know which camera I'm looking at because it's
This one, this is on.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. I was like, why am I looking at that
This
one?
is the middle camera.
Yeah.
This is our personal camera.
Yeah, so this is an absolute mess so far. But yes, we've started the stream a lot later than we would usually start. Also, Connor's got food poisoning as well.
I do.
Once again, I don't know how you always manage to do this.
I just put anything in my mouth.
Well then,
Cue
mate, we're sponsored. Come on.
cyberpunk music. I just put anything in my
Even
mouth.
though I'm currently dying of food poisoning, you bet I can still thank today's sponsor of this stream.
Who's today's sponsor, Connor? Let us know.
Bookwalker.
Hell
It's
yeah.
Kadokawa's official ebook store, gamers.
Daddy Bookwalker?
Daddy
Daddy
Book-
Bookwalker?
Or Mommy Bookwalker.
The Bookwalker, where you can also legally read manga and light novels in English or Japanese, and their app is available on iOS, Android, and PC.
And you know what's the best thing about it?
What is the best thing?
Is that we finally have our own coupon code.
You can, and did you know if you use coupon code Trash Taste, if you're a new customer on Bookwalker, you can get maybe it's killing my vibe. Maybe just start talking. you can use coupon code Trash Taste if you're a new member on Bookwalker to get 600 JPY off, which is around $5.
About $5.
around $5 USD.
Yeah, about $5.
Hey, let's just round it up to 6, eh? Let's say 6.
Yeah.
Let's say 6.
What a deal! What a steal that is!
What is it? I'm like QVC, and if you use it right now,
Let me just change. Let me just check the exchange rates. Yeah, it is currently $6.
The FX is
No.
just
Now it's
it is $6 now.
$5.99. Going now.
Buy it now. Buy.
If you use it now, you get a free manga. No, you don't really.
no, we don't. They'll kill us if we say that. We don't.
Yeah, so essentially we're going to be covering some of the actually the winners were just announced on the Japan side.
For the manga awards.
For the
right?
manga awards.
Do you want
yes.
to explain what the manga awards are, Joey?
Okay, so the next manga awards is, as the name suggests, it kind of covers the upcoming list of really hot manga that is pretty much
Yeah.
making it big on the market right now. So I believe, so 2021 is the 7th edition.
Yeah.
And it's called Tsugiman in Japanese, which is Japanese for the next manga awards. And yeah, so the award is co-sponsored by Kadokawa's Da Vinci
yeah, it is.
magazine and Dwango's Nico Nico.
I was just like,
God's Japanese learning is coming effective.
I was sorry. I totally interrupted you.
I know that.
You're like the fucking like DiCaprio meme. Like,
No, because I was like, what's Tsugiman? And you explained it's the next manga. It's like,
Next.
oh yeah, it is. How did I see it?
Sugi next.
I'm just like, my brain is so wide just to see a Japanese word and not knowing what it means, that it's just gotten to the point where it sometimes just clicks. Sorry,
Yeah.
I completely just
So anyway,
thinking out loud there.
yeah, but basically, the next Manga Awards is essentially, obviously, some manga awards that kind of celebrates and gives awards to upcoming manga for the year.
Yeah.
And this year, the 2021 edition that we'll be talking about today is actually the first time ever that they've let overseas fans vote.
Yeah.
So for the longest
that's
time, it
us.
was which is
That's us.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, but it is us. It is us.
Yeah. So I kind of tweeted out about this earlier in the year, or a couple of months ago, I believe, to kind of give your votes. And so it's completely fan voted. And so again, as I was saying, the winners for this year's Next Manga Awards, I think the results in Japan just came out.
Yeah,
like
2 hours ago.
So
literally a
you,
couple of
you,
hours
you are
ago.
literally going to find out the winners of the Next Manga Award right here.
Yeah, so if
on
you know
our Trash
nothing about
Taste.
the Next Manga Awards, basically, you're going to get a whole bunch of recommendations of some really good award-winning manga.
Yeah, because all of these manga, I think the rules are that they needed to be published in this year. Correctly?
Yes, at the beginning of this year, yeah.
Yeah, and you couldn't have more than 5 volumes that have been
Yes.
released, right? So, like, these aren't mangas for, like, pre-existing titles that kind of just carried on. These are from, like, new manga that started this year. And if there's, like, a list of manga that you should possibly look out for like, possible future anime adaptations or just, like, your own manga recommendations, we've gone through this list, and there is a lot of bangers here.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that I think we should be looking out for.
Yeah,
in the future.
definitely. And and there's also 2 categories mainly. There's the printed manga, and then there's also the digital manga. So that's completely separated. And I've actually gone to the liberty of buying.
Oh my God.
Look at this guy.
He's
Look
prepared
at this
some
guy.
at- He's
Look at this
prepared
guy.
some at home. He's already prepared some. For
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen, the anime man.
Oh my God.
So I've read these personally as well. So we'll be talking about the winners and the runner-ups and the special mentions later in the stream.
Just wanted to mention that some of these manga are so new that some of them don't even have an official English translation quite yet.
Yeah.
And I think this will be the perfect stream to be like, look, some of these mangas, please, someone pick this up.
I
Yeah.
know nothing about any of these, so I want you boys to sell me on them. As
All
well,
right.
'cause
Sure,
I don't know
sure.
anything.
Okay, sure thing. So for starters, we're going to have a look at, just to get people to understand how the Next Manga Awards work, we're going to go check out some of the past winner titles, because I'm sure for the last couple of years, there's probably some like big titles that you're hearing about now that you probably know as a result of these manga awards.
I think the titles will speak for themselves of like the lineage that this award has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
and the
seeing
legitimacy,
some
I
big
guess.
names.
Yeah. Shall we get on to it?
Yeah, let's check this out.
Right. So these were the winners from last year, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not familiar with most of these ones. It's the ones that came before this that I'm most familiar with. But,
Right.
How familiar with these are you, Joey?
I've seen Undead Unlock a lot.
Yeah,
before.
so I've read all 3 of these. You want to tell me about Unlock?
No, I don't know anything about it. I've just seen
you've
it
just
so
seen
many.
it, yeah.
I see it everywhere.
Yeah, so Undead Unlock won first place in print, and it's Shonen Jump. It's a brand new series from Shonen Jump.
And print means that it was just published.
Print means that it was published in like a physical Shonen Jump magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so Shonen Jump, the standard Shonen Jump is sold every week in a physical magazine, so that's what print means. And then web is the serialization is on the web, and then later on when there's enough chapters to turn it into a full volume, then they print that.
Right. So this isn't just Shonen Jump, right? It's all the manga.
It's every publisher.
right.
Yeah, every publisher. out there.
So we should probably say the Next Manga Award isn't just for manga that are available in Bookwalker. A lot of them are, but this is like the whole world of like kind of manga
this is
that
like
we're talking
all
about.
publishers. Like it's not just Shonen Jump or the big magazines or anything. It's all over the place. So like in the case with the web winner for last year, The Dangers in My Heart, I read this quite a while ago actually. I think I read this in my the 24-hour manga cafe video I did.
Oh, you read this one?
I read the first couple of volumes of this there.
Oh, wow.
See, one of the things I noticed from actually when we had a meeting just discussing all the winners and past winners is that I didn't even realize that there was a web category. I just thought all manga in Japan was printed. I didn't know that there were like literally web comics now.
It's surprising you say that because web comics have gotten so big now that I think, and Bookwalker, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this year's Next Manga Awards, there were actually more web manga being thrown into the category
so
that were
accessible.
nominated
Well, I mean,
than there
I
were
mean,
printed manga.
It makes sense because I have been reading a lot more webcomics as of recent time as well, and I had just always assumed that I saw the Japan physical volume, so I was like, I guess all manga
It's all
here
printed.
is all
Yeah.
printed, right? And I know how much Japan love their physical media,
Yeah.
so I just always assumed that just webcomics and web manga, I should say, just weren't a thing yet.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's
to the future.
yeah, honestly. I mean, you even get like big. Okay, so Bookwalkers said I was right. But like even like big publications like Shonen Jump now, they have Shonen Jump Plus, which is their webcomic variant. Right. So like I feel like every publication is kind of branching out into the whole web scene because it's just gotten so big. And then the second place winner for print, which is the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. is so I didn't know this was
Isn't this like a song title or something?
is it?
I really, really did.
Oh yeah.
I feel like this could be an acronym. You know, this title
Yeah,
could have been
this
shut down.
definitely could have been shortened down, but yeah,
I just think,
They really, really love you. So you know,
yeah. I mean, I really like this one because this is basically
Realize how ridiculous this
yeah, the
title
title.
is.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the title of this is like the manga is just as ridiculous as the title. Like,
so the
it's
title kind of prepares you to how
yeah,
absurd.
it's literally a parody of all harem manga, and it just absolutely takes the piss.
I mean,
out of all
100
harem.
girlfriends?
Yeah.
100?
Yeah, basically a dude who is such a hardcore like and passionate lover that his
Sigma
dream
male.
is to make 100 girlfriends all at once.
Sigma male.
This sounds like
This
a
is
sig-
Sigma male,
Sigma
the
male.
anime.
Sigma male. What's the level above Sigma male? Because
There is
Alpha Sigma.
there is a Sigma male.
we'll find one just for the guy in this manga.
Super Sigma Saiyan.
I hate you guys. But you know what I don't hate? I think I don't hate the 2019 and possibly 2018 winners.
Oh yeah,
let's
let's
get-
get
Oh my
2019 and
God, I mean,
2018.
look at that. Look
I
at
mean,
that.
these, if you're in the anime and manga like community, these are titles you should absolutely know by now. And this is probably the big reason why you know these titles. So we have obviously the web winner for 2019 was Spy Family.
Yeah.
Have you guys read that?
I haven't yet because
Again-
like there are some titles where I know it's going to get an anime adaptation.
That one.
Yeah, same with Chainsaw Man as well.
Yeah.
Where I like they were such high profile that I'm just like, you know what, I could read ahead
Finna
or
wait.
I'm gonna wait to see if there's a decent anime
Yeah,
adaptation.
we'll get a good adaptation. So.
Yeah.
I think I mean Chainsaw Man's already been announced for a live it's not a live action, sorry, an
An
adaptation.
actual anime
An
adaptation.
anime adaptation. And I
Yeah.
think Spy Family also got recently announced
Yeah,
for an anime
think so.
adaptation.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
I think I remember.
Can
I don't
someone
know if
behind
I
the scenes
I don't
check
know
that
if
for
I
us?
remember seeing that. If Spy Family got an
But-
anime adaptation announcement,
It's pretty impressive that if you know, it could be a sign of things to come. If you win this award, it might mean.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
oh,
as you can see,
okay.
it's like, you know, this is definitely a prestigious award and is, I think, a really good way for like big manga to get recognized.
Yeah,
overseas.
yeah.
I mean, you know, you look at the 2018 winners, right? Like
Yeah.
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
Oh, it was leaked.
Oh, it was
Oh,
leaked on
whoops.
accident.
Well, I saw that on Twitter, so
Well,
it's
now
not
we
my
leaked
fault.
Well, that's a little whoopsie.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
a little whoopsie. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, Dr. Stone, everyone knows that now. And
Yeah,
Where
2018 was-
and Where the
yeah,
House Husband
The Way
is
of the
from
House
2018.
Husband. I did not know that one Spy Family was a webcomic,
Yeah.
and so was Way of the House Husband. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. I've seen them in physical print, so I had just always assumed that they were physical print. But now I
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah, I think that's the point of this award, right? Is that it highlights the new upcoming manga, and we probably only saw it in print after it was already gained
Yeah.
popularity.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I mean,
because
I-
I feel like now I know where manga readers get their recommendations, right? Because you just look at these awards
Show
and
me
you're
the
like,
awards. This award.
show me the nominations, show me the awards. Okay, I now have a short list of what new manga I should pay attention to.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So obviously, I think if you're definitely into like big manga and you're like looking forward to potential big anime adaptations, these are announcements that I think you should be looking out for.
But I think without further ado, we should probably get into the nominees for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out.
See who we've got up.
Now-
we have a bunch here.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
got a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's a
there's
lot.
tiny on the screen.
Okay,
There's
I don't know-
Many,
I
there's
do-
so many quality nominations.
I do
that
not
to lean
have
forward.
2020 vision, so I'm going to let the people with good
Okay.
eyesight handle this one.
I believe I'm reading 36,000 Seconds to Love.
I'm not going to read out all these nominations.
Oh, we know. I thought we were reading all.
No,
of
I
them.
No, we're just going to scroll
No,
down.
I'm going to
we're
read
just-
as many as I feasibly can.
Okay, scroll down and let's see how many Connor can read off.
Amagai Sanchino Enushi. Am I reading that correct?
I can't even.
Go on, keep going, keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling.
Knights, Anno Hako, Boiis Abyss, Chi About the Movement of the Earth. We have 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. We got, I can't even read that, Fryham? Beyond Journey's End. I'm sorry to all the publishers.
It's free run.
Free Rin. I can't read that. It's so small. Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling down.
No. Oh, it's the video.
it's a
Oh,
video.
there we go.
Okay.
Keep
Futari
reading.
Escape, God of Destruction.
Why is that like double
Yeah,
spaced?
Manga Menuek. I think that's
God of Destruction.
Please put them on Takemi-san. Heareth
Takamine-san.
the end of the
Just wondering
journey.
if the stream can actually understand you.
I'm in love with the villainess.
There you go. You
Hey,
got
I know that
In
one.
the clear moonlit dusk.
There you go.
Kubo-san Hamobo Yumanashi. Mathematics Golden. Is that I'm reading that correctly?
Yeah, mathematics golden. Yeah.
Me and Roboco.
I think this is the most Connor's ever read in his life.
Medalist.
You got it. Keep going.
Nigejo Zumo Wakagimi.
Kagimi, yeah.
Night of the Living Cat. Is that, it's Night? Oh,
Yay!
they didn't. No, they
You got
didn't.
this. You got this.
Oh my goodness, what on earth? Oh, this is what they should do. The eye doctor says to show you this: Prime Minister Club, Sakamoto Days, Shangri-La Frontier, Stardust Telepath. Keep scrolling down. Oshinoko. Yeah, I know. Just keep going. It's fine.
Prime Minister Club.
The suffering of what? Shurian Kanoji. This communication. Torgen Anki. Trillion Game.
I think it's the suffering of Suiren Kannoji.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Oh my god. Joe, you know this one.
Yeah, that must be Cinderella
There we
Grey,
go.
yeah.
Wistoria's Wand and Sword. Witch Watch.
I thought that said Wind and Sword. No, it is Wand and Sword.
Wand and Sword,
Oh my
yeah.
god, my eyes.
Yaiteru Futarin. How to grill our love. I got it. Yet
You got it,
again,
you got it.
young ladies don't play.
Almost at the
fighting
end.
games.
Almost at the end.
That's Tabby. That's Journey, and one in pure kanji. I can't read that one, unfortunately. That's it. Nailed it.
So as you can see, there's a lot.
Nailed it. That's just the print.
Oh wait, there's a
yeah,
web.
that is just a
There's
print.
a web version.
Wait,
a
there's
web.
more.
There's webs as well.
Well, we're doing the web version as well.
Wait, are we showing off all the web? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
there
for
we go.
God's
All
sake.
right,
Oh, no.
Go for it. More suffering.
100% Jori Surutoko? Am I saying that correct, Joey? Is that correct? Can we fact check that, Joey?
What is it? Hold on.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'd probably do like even worse.
100% 除霊する男。
That's what I said. Akoto Bambi, ARMS, AR multiple survive.
That sounds like computer parts.
That was a line of code I just verbally read out loud. Argen
Credits
Noko.
warp.
As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in this world. Blank space. Bosanyasu. Bukyo Bimbo Dance.
There you go. You got it.
Keep scrolling. Oh, it's a video.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
video.
I'm telling the video to go faster.
Let this sink in.
Confronting S. Cultural exchange with Game Girl Center. Dan. Dog signal.
Dog signal. Is that spelt right?
Sigayan.
Oh my god.
DQN Saga. Dungeon.
I think that's supposed to be Dokin
Dungeon
Saga.
no. Oh my god, it's moving.
ダンジョンの中の人。
That's it. Oh, Joe, do you want to say this next one?
Oh my god, I can't fucking see that.
We need to enhance on that one.
What is this?
ガチ恋年客。Oh,
Oh,
okay.
goodbye. Oh, there it is.
Did someone have a stroke writing that?
Yeah, right?
Happy marriage of which Lynn, hyperinflation. I picked up a young lady who had broken off her engagement and taught her some things. God, I had that one too. I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. What? I was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability.
There you go.
I'll never send a selfie. No. Okay. Kaiju-go?
Kaiju 8号。
Oh, Kaiju Hachigo. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Killer's Holiday. Okay, I can't read it. It's reading. Okay, that's gone. Looking
People
up
just
for
shooting in are
magical
going to be
goods.
so confused.
I'm reading titles, guys. Magu Transer. Oh my god, these ones are so hard to read.
Just read the ones that
How
you...
many webs is there? How many more?
There's
My
so
mate
many.
How many more?
My mother-in-law and sister-in-law who don't bully me.
That sounds like one for you.
Wait.
Pigeons?
My mother, Booze, and my tia.
What?
Is that correct? Nihon Koku Shoken, Ninja versus Yakuza, pigeons. Just pigeons.
Just
That's it.
pigeons.
Just pigeons.
Okay, I'm going to skip to the next one.
Yeah.
My
Go
God.
for it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Scum,
How
Scum
long?
of
How
the
much is
Brave.
left?
We're at T right now. We're almost
Suicide
there.
Girl.
Okay.
The Kodamon's Lazy Life. I'm going to skip some. The most. Oh my gosh. The most what?
Heretical.
The most heretic. What does that mean?
Heretical. Is that a real
Last
word?
boss queen from villainess to savior. The woman.
Come on, you got it. You got it.
俺バイト.
VR おじさんと初恋. I know that
You
one.
got that one. You got that
Yeah,
one. Jay. What on earth is this?
Windbreaker.
Watashi
Another one
ga
of those.
koiboito ni. What on earth is that? Is that a typo?
No, that's not a typo.
What is that?
It's just got an ellipsis.
Windbreaker. I can read that.
It's got an ellipses in
Would
it.
you like to be a
Oh my, read the second to last one.
Yamada-kun to level 9999 and O koiworosu?
I think that's a username.
As you can see, I'm helping a lot here.
Yeah, you got it.
You
absolutely nailed that.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
just
guys.
round of applause,
Round of
guys.
applause,
Round
yeah.
of applause. And that was every single nomination, I guess.
there you go.
To the next time.
yeah.
So as you can see, there is a lot of new manga that's coming out. And mind you, all of those came out this
year, right?
which is kind of insane.
Yeah.
But of course, there can only be a couple of winners from both
course,
the
of
print
course.
and the web.
Yeah.
So we are going to.
Are we
read them
starting
off.
with the print manga category? I
Yeah.
believe? Okay. So we're gonna start off with the print manga category.
Who
And-
wants to reveal this award? Garnt, do you want to do this?
I'll do the third one.
We'll
I
do
guess.
3, 2, 1, right?
Sure. You wanna-
Okay.
Sure,
so
sure.
third place in the print manga category goes to Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
Frieren.
Frieren. Sorry, that might.
Free Run Beyond Journey's End. Woo!
Woo!
Yes! Woo!
Now, I'll be honest with you lads. I had not heard of this one before.
You know, I have heard about this one just now. I do know this genre. The genre is shonen
2
manga,
seconds ago.
fantasy, and
Literally.
adventure. How many volumes have been published, Garnt? Do you know? I'll tell you, Garnt. It's 5.
It's 5.
It's 5. It's
Sorry,
5.
the camera is blocking my screen.
Yeah.
So
five volumes in Japanese.
So I literally I'm just looking at a camera.
Would you like to hear about the plot of this manga, boys?
Sure. Do you give us a plot
The
synopsis? sir?
story starts showing the party of 4 heroes on their way home after defeating the Demon King as a result of their 10-year of adventures.
Okay.
Frieren, is that how you can pronounce it? Frieren,
Frieren.
sorry.
Frieren.
Frieren is the name of
what I
the
thought.
protagonist, magician elf girl. The manga depicts Frieren's journey around the world collecting strange magic spells while learning more about humans and their short lifespan in comparison to hers.
Yeah. So again, as I mentioned, like I've bought all the physical volumes.
Right. Yep.
So I read Free Run actually yesterday.
How was it?
It's really good. Like it's interesting. It's like it kind of sets itself up to be like a very standard isekai plot. But I mean, obviously it's not isekai, it's just fantasy.
Yeah.
But like it basically starts off with like the Frieren who's in like the party of the heroes. They've just defeated the Demon Lord. So it's like
okay.
so it literally starts off with the end of the journey.
This is like the epilogue, basically.
This is basically like the epilogue of your RPG party after
Yeah.
the credits roll.
Except like no isekai fantasy anime or manga ever gets to this point.
No. True.
Because they like go on for 10 years.
Yeah,
right?
Like think about your most most standard isekai and kind of like take away the power fantasy element of it.
Right.
Because again, like it's not so much. It doesn't because most isekai because Frieren, who's the character, she's like the elf mage. She's not even like the main hero, basically, right? So like in like standard like fantasy lore, elves usually live for like thousands of years,
True,
right? Where
true.
humans, only last maybe like 80 to 100 years. So obviously she outlives her entire party after
Okay.
they
Oh,
finish.
it's quite sad.
Yeah, and there's this like really sad scene where like she stays the same after like 50 years after they've defeated the demon
Yeah.
lord, whereas the hero and the warrior and the healer, they're all like
Everyone's
dying,
like
they're all
old-
dying of
yeah,
old age,
old
right?
age.
Cool.
And there's this like really like deep hitting scene where she's at the funeral of the hero guy.
Yeah.
And like the healer is like, man, we had such like a long journey together. Like I've known him my whole life. It's been 50 years. And she's like, it's only been 50 years. I feel like I barely knew him.
Oh, gosh.
And it's
Man.
like, and that
Oh,
is
man,
like,
man.
when I read that, I was like, fuck.
Is this how dogs feel? How
no.
pets feel?
Why did you have to say that?
That is extremely touching. But you know what else is touching?
What?
The amount of fun facts that I have prepared.
Go on.
For this. This manga series has already sold over 3.5 million copies.
Has apparently sold
Yeah,
over
apparently.
3.5.
Allegedly.
Approximately.
Allegedly.
I can't. And it's already won 2 awards. It's got the first prize of the Manga Taisho. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, so the Manga Taisho is basically like the grand manga award. So Manga Taisho, and I think it's also won the Tezuka Osamu award, right?
I won, the Tezuka-sama
Yes,
Cultural
Yeah.
Prize.
So the
Tezuka Cultural
Tezuka,
Prize.
so the Tezuka Osamu Cultural Award, like those two are like really prolific manga awards. So the Manga Taisho is basically like the king of manga awards. Like that's like winning like the Nobel Prize of manga awards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
And the Tezuka Osamu Cultural Award is given to manga that is like really, I guess like as the title suggests, it's kind of like really like touches the hearts of its readers and like really like I guess sets like a benchmark of the genre.
Right.
So Tezuka Osamu, if you don't know, is like the godfather of manga.
the grandfather
He's
of
like-
basically anime and manga.
Yeah, he's like basically he
Big boss
made
man.
manga.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like the
yeah.
god of manga basically. So like getting the Tezuka Osamu award from mangas and the Manga Taisho and the fact that this
And
started
then-
this year
yeah.
and winning third prize in the next manga award is like huge.
So
This is
basically-
just like sweeping the awards
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is like getting all of the awards right now. And like
yeah.
honestly, like I've only read this first volume and it's like, you know, usually I wouldn't really be drawn to these kinds of like coming of age stories,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already have like a weird thing with like isekai and like fantasy stuff. But
Couldn't be me.
yeah, I know.
Couldn't be me.
But like I don't know. It's like it's weirdly like kind of portrays, you know, like the whole coming of age human thing, but in a character that's not human,
Okay.
which is like really interesting.
Does this have an English translation yet?
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Coming
so,
out in
so the English
fall,
version is coming
okay.
out in fall, licensed by Viz Media. So
your eyes peeled.
if you like your kind of coming of age like fantasy stories that's like kind of like hits like an emotional heartstring, then yeah, I definitely recommend.
Honestly,
I like
like I embrace anything that breaks the mold from your usual isekai fantasy kind of like mold. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for this because from what you said, I'm probably going to really enjoy this.
I think if this gets an anime adaptation, and again, I won't be surprised if this gets an
I
anime
mean,
adaptation.
I wouldn't be surprised if any of the winners in this get
Honestly,
an anime
yeah.
adaptation.
Honestly.
I'd be very surprised if they don't. In fact,
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
But like, it's great being on these awards because for once I can be like, I've heard of that title before when it gets an anime adaptation. Because I just didn't
too.
know. I just didn't know where
Me too.
these manga readers came from, or where they found their recommendations.
Can you relate, Connor?
I can relate.
Okay, shall we move on to the
Second place.
prize?
Second place?
Second prize.
Who gets the silver medal?
Give me. The,
Do you want to
the
announce
manga, Joe.
this
Give me the
one?
manga. No, give me the manga. It's. Oh yeah, right. All right. All right, I gotta figure out how to pronounce this as well. All right, so am I gonna do it now? We get a drum roll, little drum roll.
roll.
It is Uma Musume.
Cinderella
Cinderella
Grey.
Grey.
And all I'll say is this the gacha? Is this the gacha Sims? Nabi? Nabi? Is this your fault? Did you vote for this?
I voted for this 700 times.
I am unfamiliar with this one, so could you boys tell me a bit about this?
Okay, well,
So
Uma
do you-
Musume.
so we should explain Uma Musume first.
Okay,
What
so
is Uma Musume?
I've not read the manga, but I know Uma Musume.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it a pre-existing series?
Yes.
Yes, it is a gacha game where you can roll for cute little horse girls who are also idols.
Do you like horse race betting?
No.
Okay, well this is horse. But what if the horses were cute anime girls?
I possibly would be interested.
That's Uma Musume. I basically described it.
Yeah.
I'd have to say I'm slightly
Instead of
intrigued.
horses running around a track, it's cute girls on their two legs running around the track.
And also once they finish their race, they get on stage and perform a sing and dance
Yeah.
as an idol song.
You know that meme where it's like, this is what gamers want, and it's disgusting.
Is this from the Republic of Gamers?
It's like, this is what gamers want, and it's disgusting, but this is great.
So yeah, I think it was originally a game, and then it got a anime adaptation quite a while ago.
The
I
artwork
believe.
looks amazing. I do remember the anime adaptation.
I don't know if this exact manga got adapted.
No,
It was.
no.
I think it just.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Pretty Derby.
Pretty Derby.
Pretty Derby. So there's a bunch of variants of Uma Musume. The
Yeah.
anime version was Pretty Derby, and
Yeah.
this one is Cinderella Grey. So they're all like different timelines, I guess.
I thought you said the anime adaptation was pretty derpy. And
Pretty Derby. Who the hell says Derby in 2021?
Do you want me guys to read out the plot synopsis for you?
Go for it.
Uma Musume Cinderella Grey is a spin-off title of the Uma Musume game by Cygames. It follows Oguri Cap, through to her time at Kasamatsu Training Center Academy and on her journey of becoming a legendary horse girl, of course. In the anime and games, the setting is the Central District, Major Leagues, but here the story is set in the local countryside where nobody comes to see the races, and the protagonist is the underdog with the help of her trainer friends trains to be the next race star to fight in the Major Leagues.
Yeah.
And I have some fun facts.
How fun are
Facts.
they? How fun?
All the horse girls are based off racehorses that existed in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true for like most gacha games. Like you got like the ship girls, and all of them are based off like real life ships,
Yeah.
right?
Is there that many ships?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like battleships and stuff
like
like that.
Kansai Collection. So all the girls in there are actually based on real life ships. And now if you actually search the ship names,
It's all
So like battleship otakus are like, what the fuck is happening?
so like
Girls.
if you search up, for example, Shimakaze, like
you just get the girl.
the Shimakaze ship does not come up anymore. It's the fucking weaves. The weaves are taking over.
Waves are taking over.
So also apparently this one, the protagonist of the spin-off series, isn't involved at all in the story of Pretty Derby.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a
and-
completely different universe. Yeah.
Apparently so far this manga has sold over 1 million copies, digital and print.
Yeah. I mean, Uma Musume,
gacha
I
sense,
feel, Uma Musume, I actually remember doing a video about Uma Musume Pretty Derby when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I think
Define
I said
video.
like, huh?
You made a whole video around Uma Musume?
Yeah. Like 4 years ago.
What?
Yeah. Whenever the anime came out.
Why?
Because I said in that video, I was like, Uma Musume, the concept of Uma Musume is so genius that if this keeps going, it's going to be huge in Japan. I'm not saying I called the future, but I think I just fucking foretold the future.
I don't
Uma
think
Musume is everywhere now.
I don't think that requires a lot of foresight, Joey. You can turn literally
Well, apparently it did because I'm the only one who made a video on it.
you can turn anything. You can turn any inanimate or animal into a cute anime girl, and Japan will buy the shit out of it. I don't need to be a fucking expert to know that, Joey.
No, but here's the thing: Japan has such a really like long history in horse race betting. Like of all of the things they could have turned into cute anime girls, they literally took the one like leisurely activity that Japan has been
Leisurely activity.
Well, yeah, they took the one thing that Japan just culturally has been so involved in for like the past like 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
That like I was like, well, of course, like you're literally using this like thing that at this rate, you know, only like kind of older guys who are probably not into shows like this,
Yeah.
and are introducing them to it, and then vice versa, you're getting young people into this old person sport or
Yeah.
old person leisure activity. It's just cultural cross pollination right there. You feel me?
You did.
throwing out that trash taste lingo.
You didn't.
But yeah, so again, I also read this. Like, not gonna lie, I didn't really like care a whole lot about the Uma Musume like gacha game.
Yeah.
Because I honestly I kind of stopped myself from getting
I think
into
you have
it.
enough gacha games in your life.
Yeah.
Honestly,
played
once you
enough
reach like 2 or 3, you're just like, I don't need it
yeah,
anymore.
I played enough gacha games in the past. I'm like, I'm not gonna fall into this.
Yeah.
So, but again, like because I made that video on Uma Musume, I knew of it. And like if you know, you like flick through these pages, like it genuinely looks and feels
looks amazing.
like a sports manga.
They're not going to be able to see.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to see. Like just you look at it.
Okay. No, because all I know about Uma Musume is, of course, the anime, and I think season 2 aired earlier this year.
Yeah.
And they were really, really well animated.
Yeah.
I don't know who animated them, but they were really well animated. And I've seen Nabi play it as well. And I'm just like, oh no, these girls look really, really cute.
That's how they get.
Oh no,
That's how they get you.
I'm really glad that it doesn't have an official English translation yet. Otherwise, you know, it's like that Ralph Wiggum like clip, like I'm in trouble, I'm in danger.
Oh, God.
So yeah, this was brand new. This is coming from Weekly Young Jump, which is like the variant of Shonen Jump magazine. And apparently the illustrator for this is his first work ever, which is kind of impressive considering
My
how
first story ever
good.
never looks this good.
Oh,
His
first
first
serialization. Okay, yeah, he did a bunch
serialization.
of one shots before this, but this is his first serialization to illustrate.
And some of the inspiration comes from Girls in Panzer, Hanebado,
Hanebado.
Yeah, that's the badminton one.
Yeah.
but ended up shifting to the titles like Becky and Helsing
Oh wow.
What?
for inspiration. I suppose.
What?
To be fair, there are some scenes, like some action scenes, like during the race, that is like very barky.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, but let's move on to the winner of the print category. Who is the number
Who
one?
is the number one
the
winner,
number
Joey?
one manga of all time
One
this year?
Print manga category. First place for the next manga award 2020 is Pew Oshinoko.
It looks very
What
sexy.
a banger of a title.
What? So Oshinoko literally translates to the girl I simp for. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, so this is like one of the few manga that I am like practicing my Japanese on because I haven't been able to read too much of it because reading is very, very slow.
Yeah, because there's no English version of this yet. So
I'm waiting to get an English licensor to translate this, right? Because I want to re-experience it. But from what I read and from like what I understood, it's a really, really, really good manga.
Yeah.
Let me tell the viewers what it's all about.
Go on, read your script.
So first of all, it involves.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it justice.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it justice.
I'm going to do it justice.
I'm very curious to see how they broke down the plot because it is.
So, all right, okay. Let me explain to you.
Explain
what
the plot. Explain the plot.
of Oshinoko is. First of all, start with a banger sentence. Gynecologist Goro, who is a fan of 16-year-old idol AI, coincidentally meets her. I feel like that should have been noted in the script. Idol I coincidentally meets her after a show, shows up at her clinic, 20 weeks pregnant with twins. He becomes her doctor and promises to bring her children into this world safely, but gets attacked outside the hospital and dies. What am I reading? However, he is reborn as one of I's newborn children with the memories of his past life intact. Together with his sister, who also seems to have been a past life fan of I, they try to find out who is their father is while following in their mother's footsteps in the entertainment industry. What did I just read? What did I just read?
I told you.
Okay, I'm glad I got him to read it.
That's the basic plot.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, all of that happens in the first chapter.
I just want to say there's a really funny fact about this.
Go
I just
on.
love the fact that you hear that plot, and you have the series is ranked number 4 on the nationwide bookstore employees recommendation cards of 2021.
So as you heard from that insane plot,
I remember reading this first chapter. I was like, did I translate this correctly?
All of that Connor just read happens in the first chapter. So none of that is a spoiler.
Yeah.
It literally the start line.
That is how it starts off in the first chapter.
Is it like a dark take on the idol industry? Is that what it's supposed to be?
It's not just the idol industry. It's just the Japanese entertainment industry in general. So this actually comes from the same author of Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, so it's Akasaka Aka, who's the creator of Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, but he doesn't draw it, right? He just writes
so Akasaka Aka is the storyteller. So he wrote Kaguya-sama and illustrated it. And it's illustrated by Yokoyari Mengo, who is the creator of Scum's Wish, Kuzu no Honkai. So it's basically two insanely prolific authors who have like built themselves with like two great manga/anime series coming together to really basically drop kick the Japanese entertainment industry.
The cover art looks, I don't know why, I feel very strongly looking at that cover.
Honestly, I think this is going to be an absolutely massive title when it gets released in the West, right?
Yeah.
Because I looked at it and it is such
pictures?
Yes, please.
Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Act Age. Right?
Yes.
It feels like the spiritual successor to Act Age. And if you liked Act Age and like me and like Joey, you were very, very unhappy with what happened with that situation.
We're not going to get into that.
We're not going to get into that. But this seems like the spiritual successor, except it doesn't just encompass acting. It encompasses
idol culture, digital
influencers.
Yeah.
Where I just got up to. It was so weird because it got up to digital influencers as well, and it tackled cancel culture.
Yeah,
and that was
actually in the most realistic sense.
I was just my mind was blown. Right, that one it seems like the person who wrote this was really up to date with Zoomer culture, right? Because social media,
hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, but social media plays a massive part in a lot of the stories in this, right? And just I feel like what this story is really about is how celebrities are personally, right? Because in a lot of cases, people view celebrities kind of like commodities, right? They're kind of impenetrable, and you can say whatever you want about them. But this really kind of I feel like it humanizes what goes on behind the scenes, and it was really weird seeing stories about people trying to be YouTubers and TikTokers as on the other side of things, being oh my god, I do that. I'm one of those things. And
it goes from oh my god, I do that to oh no, I do that.
Yeah.
As a gynecologist myself, I mean, you know,
But honestly, like that, like again, that plot point that you just gave, again, happens in the first chapter, and even just within this first volume, there are like 3 or 4 massive plot twists, which like deadass I didn't see coming.
that is a synopsis and a half.
Yeah.
I've never been like whiplashed by a synopsis like that. That's quite impressive.
I feel like you were driving a car and it just like you fell off a cliff and it just like tumbled 5 times during that one chapter, you know.
Yeah, and then it lands perfectly at the bottom.
Yeah, it's like what is going on? Because like I finished the first chapter and I was just like I have no idea what kind of story this is.
Yeah. I'm like, this could have been a one shot.
It could have been a one shot.
Yeah.
And then it's weird that it has the reincarnation aspects to it. And
Yeah.
you know, I understand why
in the strangest way I've
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
There's like scenes where like the babies just like start talking normally. Like adults. And to scare the other
What is this,
adults.
Resident Evil?
But yeah, like I highly recommend this if you like something like Act Age, or if you're just like interested in the entertainment industry itself, and it's like a very realistic portrayal of like the entertainment industry.
Definitely don't get the cover and title of this confused, because
no.
it is definitely not as like lighthearted and fun as I made it out to be. Because like when I first read the title and the thumbnail, not thumbnail, God, I'm such a YouTuber. When I first read the title and cover of this in bookstores, I saw this like months ago, because I think this started in like April this year.
Yeah.
So when the first volume came out, I saw the cover of this fucking everywhere. And I was like, oh, Akasaka Aka, cool. Yokoyari Mango, cool. I know these guys. But then I saw the cover and I was like, this looks like just like a weird spin on like...
last year.
Oh, last year. Sorry, my bad.
Bookwalker team is ranked.
You could have just shouted it out. Don't worry. Why are you like... Yeah, it came out last year, April. Yeah, like when I just saw the cover and title of it, I thought it was just going to be like another like idol culture kind of like spin-off manga. We've seen so many of them in the past, so I kind of like brushed it off.
Yeah.
And it's not until about, I think, a couple of months ago that I finally like gave this first volume again, and I was like, holy shit. Like I have been sleeping on this.
It's just a manga that it's, you know, when you read a manga, you're just like, damn, this is like a manga made for me. I feel like this, especially as influences as well.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much of this is like,
You just called us the dirty word.
I'm sorry. As YouTubers, what do you prefer? What do you prefer?
YouTube,
Connor?
obviously. Influencer makes me sound like some kind of evil corporation.
I mean, I guess, but like, you know, in terms of the story, you know, in terms of the story,
fine.
that's what we're referring to.
So would you say this deserves the #1 spot?
I
think so.
Yeah, I mean, this I read this and it's like you get special vibes of it.
Yeah.
Like the first arc, the first arc is an idol arc, but if you have no interest in idols, it literally like the main point of it is that everything you know about idols is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
That's basically the main point.
So if you're into idol culture, maybe don't read this, because you might get your dreams shattered.
So that is the top 3 ranking of all the print manga, and now we're going to be moving
go
on
check 'em out.
to the digital manga releases.
Yeah.
So should we start with the third runner-up, I suppose?
Yeah, Jude, should we go the opposite way around this time?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Go
sure.
on, shall we?
Okay. So the third prize is actually, I don't have the physical volume of this, because I don't think a physical volume of this has come out yet, because this is, again, web manga. But it's called Senpai wa Otokonoko, or Senpai is Otokonoko. And it's a school life romance. And this is on Line Manga, which I think is, it's like basically like...
oh, yeah, Line has their own service.
Yeah, Line has their own service for manga, basically. It's like, I think the first 5 chapters are like free to read, and then you can kind of go and read the rest. But it started off as a 4-page manga, like a yonkoma manga, and then they just kind of made it into like, you know how like a lot of like manhwa is like kind of just like one continuous scroll?
Yeah.
So
I like
a lot of web manga, including this one, is like that.
Oh,
so it's not so much like page turn kind of things.
Yeah.
Would the viewers love to...
Oh, 4-page manga. Oh, it's just 4 pages of manga. Oh, okay, never mind.
Would the viewers love to hear the synopsis of this?
Please,
Go
because
for
this
it.
synopsis is interesting.
First-year student Aoi Saki, am I saying that correctly?
Aoisaki, yeah.
Decides to declare her love for her female senpai, whom she is part of the student council with. To her surprise, Makoto actually reveals to be a boy in female clothing. Cute love triangle between Makoto, his best friend Ryuji, and Saki, while trying to come to terms with their feelings.
Yeah, so I think this manga was originally intended to be a Yuri manga.
Yeah.
But then it kind of took the whole like boy dressing up as a girl kind of thing. So in Japanese, otokonoko means boy who dresses up as a girl.
Yeah.
And that's like it's like a whole subculture type of thing. And it kind of like paints that whole thing, and in Japan it's somewhat of like seen as like kind of a taboo subculture,
Right.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And kind of paints that in like a really like I guess like realistic setting in like a school environment, which I don't think is very common. But I feel it's like definitely a setting that a lot of people who are in the same like, you know, subculture can very much relate to, because, you know, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about the subculture myself, but it definitely doesn't show that in a very, you know, like facetious or like sarcastic type of way. It's like, it's very real in its portrayal in like how the main character has a lot of like fucked up problems that led him to start, you know, dressing up as a girl in school and all that kind of stuff. And even within just like the first couple of chapters, you see glimpses of that, and it really makes you like kind of empathize with him.
Yeah, you were right actually. I'm reading this in my fun facts, but
Give us the facts.
The author did actually want to make this into a Yuri manga at first.
Cool, facts.
But then decided to make the protagonist into a cross-dressing boy instead.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So you were correct.
Which I feel is just so much more of an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I feel like you can do like so much more like non-cliche stuff with.
I mean,
just that
there
little
is a
twist.
lot of Yuri manga out there,
Yeah.
right? But I don't feel there's a lot of manga that tackles this exact subject matter.
Definitely.
Well, congratulations to Senpai is Otonoko.
Otokonoko.
Very good.
Otokonoko.
Should we move on to the second place award winner?
Yeah, what's the second place award for the web manga category?
So it is, you get drum roll, Dan Dan Dan.
Dun dun dun.
Dan 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 Dan.
Dun, dun, dun. Now,
A lot of tongue
I've got the volume for this.
I haven't read this manga, but I've seen this everywhere.
Yeah.
And like, I've seen the art. The art looks
Yeah, the
fucking
cover art
fantastic.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just looking at it from over there.
like.
So, yeah.
Are you-
So,
okay, go
no,
for it.
Go.
Okay, like, do you want to explain the plot first?
Well,
and then I'll.
I can read the plot.
Let's
for you guys.
let's ask the plot man.
All right, let me tell you about the plot.
Go
'Cause
on.
I'm all about the plot. You know me.
Go on.
After getting aggressively dumped by her boyfriend, Momo ends up helping a boy from her school that is being bullied by his classmates, making him think that she is interested in occultism and alien theories. Since she doesn't believe in aliens and he doesn't believe in ghosts, they make a bet to prove each other wrong. However, this gets her abducted by aliens, making Momo awaken her powers as a medium she had learned about from her grandmother as a child. He gets cursed by an evil spirit whose powers he can't control, and with the help of Momo's grandmother, they try to learn their new gained powers while fighting the enemies they encounter.
Yeah. So
That sounds insane.
it
literally
is,
just made fucking Alien versus Sachiko or whatever, right?
yeah, Sadako.
Sadako.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, Alien versus Sadako. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I believe this manga was kind of influenced or taken
Right.
influence from Sadako versus Kayako, which is the Grudge Girl versus the Ring Girl.
going on a quick tangent. Why was that ever made?
I don't know. It was a horrible movie.
Like, okay, Alien versus Predator, I get.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, like, what was it? Like Freddy versus Jason? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
We're starting to
We're
get-
starting to push it now. Like Ringo versus Grudge Girl? Why do these ghosts have beef with each other? What's going on there?
Scare each other.
So this is like a... Have you read this one?
I have read this one.
So is it like a shonen?
Yeah, so this is from Shonen Comics Plus,
Okay,
so
okay.
the web variant of Shonen Jump Plus, and
Right.
I swear every single fucking stream I did, there was at least like 5 to 10 people saying, "Have you read Dun Dun Dun?"
Oh, is it that good?
It's like, and I heard it so many times. Like my friends in Japan kept saying, "Yo, Dun Dun Dun's fucking amazing." So
Yeah.
I finally found it. It's weird because like I took so goddamn long to find this physical copy because
Yeah.
I went to about 10 different bookstores and
They're
I
all
couldn't
sold
find
out?
it. It's all sold out. I couldn't find it, so I had to go on Amazon to get it.
Yeah.
And I read it, and I can see why it's sold out.
I mean, I just I had a look at the art beforehand, and I've seen the art like
would love to.
everywhere because it's like it's one of those manga
crazy.
where even me, who is not in the manga sphere, I've seen people post pictures of this,
Yeah.
right? Because the art looks like gives me Chainsaw Man vibes.
Well,
Like,
it's weird because actually the author of Dun 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 used to be an assistant of Fujimoto Tatsuki, the creator of Chainsaw Man.
okay.
So
That
that's
makes
where he
so
gets his
much
like,
sense,
kind of
and, like-
darkish styles from.
yeah, and the
I'm assuming.
What
I'm correct,
on
right?
earth?
Yeah.
yeah, and like the character designs. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Look at
it's
that. Look at that.
crazy, dude.
It looks crazy.
It's
and the
so
character
good.
designs are so unique as well. Like
Yeah.
that guy who just has like the massive like fucking like Sigma male chin with like, with like the massive teeth.
The Crimson Chin.
Yeah,
Crimson Chin. Yeah.
He looks like he just like strolled straight out of Dorohedoro or something like that.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
like
Like
Mad Max.
Yeah, if you like the kind of dark, like fantasy sci-fi, like elements of Chainsaw Man or Dorohedoro, and in a lot of cases as well, I'd be surprised if the author wasn't inspired by the likes of Bleach. right? Because there are some like aliens and kind of monsters that even pop up in this first volume that give off very like Bleach vibes. I don't know if he was actually inspired by Bleach, but I know the backstory of Dun 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 actually is that the author was he was actually just like a regular like, so this is a great like coming of age story for this author. So the author actually, he was originally working in a konbini. He was just like a convenience store clerk, and he would draw in his like during his breaks at the back of receipts, and his like coworkers would be like, "Oh man, you're really good at drawing. You should like maybe be a mangaka." And he actually,
so he did.
and so he wrote a bunch of like short stories. All of them got rejected, and he was in a slump. And his editor was like, "How about you just write whatever the fuck you want?" And he wrote that.
I can see what you mean about Bleach vibes, because that just straight up
That
looks like
that doesn't it?
that just straight up looks like a hollow.
Yeah, right. there are so many like ghosts and like ghouls even in this first volume that just give off like that creepy like hollow vibe from Bleach.
Yeah, I don't know how clear this is, but
another fun
this
fact.
just looks like a hollow.
Yeah.
The manga blew up trending on Twitter in Japan, I assume.
Yeah.
And surpassed over 1 million views within 2 days of being published.
Yeah.
Damn,
Pretty damn impressive.
that is impressive. Is this officially translated?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Yeah,
Only one volume
there's only
out?
this one volume.
Who's the
out.
publisher?
Jump.
Oh, so
Shonen
it's only
Jump?
got 1 volume in Japanese.
This is the only volume that's out.
Oh, it's only one volume in Japanese.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So
That's why it's impossible to find, because this is the only
that
volume
is, that
of
is
Dun Dun Dun.
fresh off the press.
This is
Holy
fresh.
shit.
It's still warm.
Oh, look at that. It's so weird seeing like things come literally like straight out of Japan. Because normally, like, as a Western anime fan, you see like the trickle down
True.
of
Yeah,
like what's the hot titles. But that is
You know that is hot. You know what's hotter?
What's hotter?
the number one
The
winner.
number 1 spot.
I think we all know this one though.
Gone. Who is the number 1 spot?
So the number 1 spot is
Bam.
Kaiju number 8.
Yeah, well deserved.
Ooh, well deserved.
Well fucking deserved. This manga is so goddamn.
This is a fucking great manga.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Just.
Okay.
I just got some news.
We got some breaking news coming in from Bookwalker.
Bookwalker has just told me that just yesterday, Viz just got the rights to Dun Dun Dun.
Brilliant.
there you go.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So hopefully it'll be coming out soonish.
That means
you
I
go.
can't wait to read it.
Excellent move.
But
Excellent move,
going on to the actual winner, Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8.
This,
Kaiju High
which
School.
is
the one with the anime adaptation?
no,
there's no anime.
I don't think any of these have anime adaptations.
None of
'Cause
these
I
have,
mean, they've been out for less than a year.
I don't know why I thought this one had one for some reason.
Because
I think you've probably seen this
everywhere.
cover.
I've seen this
probably-
everywhere.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
seen this
For
everywhere.
good reason.
So this is also Jump Plus, same
Yeah.
place as Dun 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 and all
I
those.
don't really know much about it, but I do have the plot in front
Tell
of
us
me.
plot,
Jen.
man.
I-
Tell
I-
us
plot.
I
Go on,
might
plot,
just
man.
have the plot synopsis. I might-
Give it to us, plot, man.
Go on.
After, wait, this is the same plot. It says after getting aggressively dumped. The fictional Japan.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
This just in. I got the new plot. Fictional Japan world where monster. Okay, sorry. Where monsters known as kaiju regularly attack and a specialized defense force fight them. 32-year-old Kafka belongs to the cleaner faction, who are in charge of disposing of the monsters' bodies after the fights. A new part-timer joining the company motivates him to pursue his forgotten dream of becoming a member of the defense force. But after being attacked by a kaiju on the job, he transforms into a fully conscious humanoid kaiju as a result of one of them crawling into his mouth, gaining superhuman strength, and being persecuted by the entire country. He will attempt to pursue his dream while learning to control/hide his new powers. You have talked about this in a video.
No, I haven't.
Someone has talked about this in the video.
Which
One of you was it?
I've talked about it in the Monthly Otaku, if that makes.
Someone's spoken about this in a video, one of you, and I swear, I literally know this.
I mean, I
plot.
probably talked about it because I remember.
I know this plot. I was halfway
Yeah.
through it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've literally. heard this plot.
I picked this up, so I own all 3 volumes of this. There's only 3 volumes of it right now, and I've been
Yeah.
reading it since it came out, and it's so good. It's
I
like
just hear the Giggle voice in my head going, and then he gets eaten by a kaiju. What kaiju? Kaiju!
In what way does that sound like me?
No, that's just
you just
lads, kaiju.
instead of doing an impression of me, you just did an even more fucking British accent, innit? It's a kaiju, innit?
It's a fucking
kaiju, innit? Oh, and welcome to the anime zone, where today we're talking about kaiju number 8, innit?
We need an episode like that. I'm convinced.
But yeah, I mean, this is very much just like the best kind of like kind of shonen action show.
Yeah,
you could-
it's like it's kind of
hope
has
for.
like the tropey like shonen aesthetics, but like
Yeah.
in my opinion, like don't try and fix something that's not broken. Right?
honestly, it is. What I love about this is just kaijus. Like
Yeah.
when was the last time we saw kaijus and it wasn't like Godzilla? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
It's been so long since we've just seen a kaiju, not just manga, but just show that wasn't like Godzilla or one of the big ones, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think the last one I can think of is like Pacific Rim, but that wasn't like Japanese made. And I just love that they just took that, and most of the time it's like monsters versus monsters,
Yeah.
or like monsters versus mechs. But in this one, it's like everyone kind of has like a Gantt suit, right? So
yeah.
so that's what I found interesting about this, because how they fight the kaijus, which if you don't know what kaijus are, they're basically just giant monsters.
Big monster.
Yeah, and there's like a special task force tasked with killing off the kaijus, and they have these special kind of like they are kind of like Gantt suits,
Yeah.
which depending
tight.
like
skin
power,
tight
like
suits.
power suits.
Like,
Yeah.
they have power suits, which depending on how skilled you are, you can draw out a certain percentage of the suit, right? Because I haven't gotten that far yet, but I assume that the suits are made out of like something to do with kaiju muscles or something. That would make sense.
I'll never
That's-
tell.
but that's just
Oh,
the theory. A manga theory.
Oh my god, I'm going to end this live stream. Here are some fun facts.
Tell us the facts.
Kaiju are numbered like typhoons, and their appearance has the risk of causing tsunamis.
Yes, that's right.
And
Yeah.
they're also measured by a scale of fortitude similar to the magnitude of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so in this world, they're kind of treated like natural disasters.
Right.
So like, there's like warnings on news being like, like kind of like in Japan, where it's like typhoon number blah blah blah, or in the case with typhoons, they're like named, right? Like
Yeah.
Typhoon Hagibis, for example,
right.
is approaching with blah blah. So it's like, kaiju number 27 is approaching.
Right.
The destruction level is
Yeah,
blank
it's-
blank. Yeah.
It is like the world building does remind me a lot of Pacific Rim, and I like that because I absolutely fucking love Pacific
Yeah.
Rim. But just like instead of giant robots, you got like shonen battle fighters
Do you
basically.
want to hear some more fun facts as
Go
well?
on,
Go
how
on.
fun are they?
God, they're extremely fun. The author did character design for one of the side characters in the manga, Beelzebub.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right. Yeah,
okay.
Cosmic System,
And it
wasn't
is the fastest Jump Plus title to surpass 2.5 million copies.
Damn.
And is the fastest Jump title to surpass 30 million views.
Damn.
And the first volume sold over 90,000 copies in the first week.
Jesus.
So it's a big boy.
It's a
not,
big
not
boy.
only are the kaijus big boys.
Yeah.
It is
this
a big
manga
boy.
is a big boy player.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
This is bigger than Big Boy. This is like oh lordy common
and-
boy.
Oh yeah.
how much have you read of this one, Joe?
So I have all three of the volumes.
Okay.
So I'm fully caught up to it. Obviously,
okay.
minus the current volumes that haven't
Yeah,
been
yeah.
adapted into a volume. But
Would you say it's very deserving of the number one spot?
oh
today?
yeah. I mean, honestly, like when it comes to the web manga, like all three that we showed is like really really good contenders.
They all seem extremely unique.
I just
and
want to
stuff.
say the art in this is fucking fantastic
brilliant.
as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's like not too like because Dun 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 and Kaiju Number 8 kind of have like two very unique art styles.
Yeah,
that,
this one's a lot cleaner
Yeah.
than Dan Dan Dan, but
Yeah.
it's still like there's still
damn.
really amazing art.
Yeah, the kaijus in Kaiju Number 8 are like genuinely terrifying.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, it's actually
some of
scary.
like the double page spreads on this where they beat the kaijus
Yeah.
are fucking fantastic.
So good. So good.
Especially when the main character's in kaiju form.
Right.
Right.
yeah.
And just look at that. Just
I mean,
look at that.
That's badass.
That's
Yeah.
just-
It's
I'm sad that I can't show you this in high definition.
In
because-
4K.
In 4K.
But you'll be
Yeah.
lucky to know that Kaiju Number 8 is licensed by Viz Media in the
so
US.
you can read it legally.
So you can read it legally in English if you
Yes.
want to. And
Oh,
I
yes.
definitely recommend. I mean, honestly, all of these I recommend.
I will say I love this. I love this manga, but there's one thing that I detest about it.
What?
Because there was one scene in the manga where the main character meets like one of the tsundere girls, right?
Right.
And she calls him an old man, and the main character's age is 32. And he's like, I'm not an old man. And she's like, yes, you fucking are. And I'm just like, fuck this manga. fuck this manga.
It's okay, man.
How old are you got?
31.
You have Asian genes. You're 24.
So does he. Yeah. So does the main character.
Literally Japanese.
Gant got a good dice roll.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so-
Oh yeah.
So that's it for the main awards that we have today. But there are some other awards that we have. There is
Some honorable mentions?
Well, no, well, sort of, but we have the Global Prize. Now, this is the first year that overseas fans could actually vote. So they made a special prize for titles that showed high interest levels by overseas fans.
Right, okay.
That's you guys.
That is you guys. And
Look at
I
you.
have the
Look
volume.
at you.
I have the volume right here. It's,
The winner is Blue Box.
yeah. I thought you already said it. My bad. My bad. I thought you already
No,
said
I
yeah.
said it. It's Blue Box.
Blue Box.
Blue Box.
Woo! I know how cool. So this is from Shonen Jump, the standard Shonen Jump print. And
Dare I
it started in April of this year, so this is pretty new.
Dare I say, would you want to hear the plot?
Go on, then.
Go on.
Plot man, speak your wonders.
Taiki, a third-year middle school student belonging to the badminton club, has a crush on his senpai, Chinatsu, from basketball club, and comes early to practice every morning to see her. After hearing her family is moving overseas, he panics, thinking he won't see her again, only to find out that she is moving in with him because their parents are childhood friends.
Hell
yeah.
Hijinks ensue, I'm sure.
The buff of the century.
I'm moving away. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
So this is basically like Shonen Jump. I feel every now and then, like a lot of people when they think of Shonen Jump magazine, they think of like the action stuff, the very
think
like
of this stuff,
yeah, you think of like
right?
Kaiju number 8, dun dun dun, like that kind of level, right? But Shonen Jump also likes to do a lot of very like wholesome like romance stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I feel this is like the romance manga of like this generation of Shonen Jump, because
Ooh, okay.
this is wholesome as fuck, and also can I say some of the most pretty character designs that I've ever seen.
I'll be the judge of that.
Like the main girl Chinatsu is already best girl, and like I don't care what anyone says,
Okay.
she's so cute in this.
Ooh, okay.
This
Like,
man was-
it's-
okay. This man was-
Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
The character designs look so pretty, and it's like, and again, it's like it's not too like a lot of like shonen like
big
romance
hands.
stuff tend to kind of fall into the more like ecchi
Holy
category a lot of the times. You had like the infamous examples being like
I'm just
Totoro and-
looking at the art and I can already feel like my heart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like because you can always tell. You can always tell if like you can get invested in some of the art when you see like the girl smile, and
Yeah.
that's the real test,
Yeah.
man.
God, you're so easy, guy.
no, dead ass. I agree.
She's done
Thank
some-
you, Joey.
She's done
Thank
some
you.
horrible things, but at least she's got a smile, a golden
she's got a
smile.
golden
Honestly,
smile that could make any man cry.
honestly, yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, but,
sometimes you just got to protect the smile, man.
Yeah, but I was saying like I feel like a lot of like the main stigma of like shonen romance, right? Especially in Shonen Jump is like it tends to lean more towards like the ecchi side of things. So we have like Tolaru being like famous examples, and like Yudagi-so and stuff like that are like very very ecchi. So it's like it's quite. I feel that it's been quite a while since we've gotten just like a straight up wholesome romance story.
Right.
Yeah.
In Shonen Jump, and you add that in some, like some sports elements and kind of seinen coming of age type of stuff, and this is like super cute.
And they're moving in together, Gone. So that's right up your alley. That's right up your
Are
alley.
any of them going to become stepsisters or step siblings?
I can't confirm that. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not getting anything in my ear right now.
Well,
sorry.
I mean, I think only one. I think only this one volume has been published.
Yeah, so before getting a serialization, a one-shot version of the story was published on Weekly Shonen Jump in August 2020.
Okay.
And due to popular demand, it came back as a weekly series.
Nice.
You know what? Just call me back when their parents get married. Then I'll be
I'm sure
interested.
it'll be at some point in the series.
Well, no, that's not going to happen because the parents moved away. Remember?
Well, maybe they can
And
get
they have
married.
to
They come back.
They'll come back and like,
Oh, Lordy, coming back.
children, we have an announcement. We are now married.
Emergency news.
Breaking news coming in.
Bookwalker's trying to tell
You're
us
my
something.
sister
What is this, Bookwalker?
The childhood friend parents are also both female.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
Very progressive.
okay. It's it's okay. So the childhood friends' parents are both females.
God's right here,
but-
like, trying to do math in his
Yeah.
head, desperately trying to figure out how this can work.
Well, it's
This is 2021.
Hello,
Come
it's
on.
it's
How
in
can we get incest?
2021.
How can we get incest? But let's talk about some of the Let's talk about some of the contenders that didn't quite make it in the top three.
Go
but,
on.
But are some of our personal favorites. We have, of course, Sakamoto Days, which I know Garth has talked plenty about, right? No.
I mean, I've
talked about this as well.
It's Sakamoto Days. I haven't had a chance to read yet, but it's been that like one of those titles that it has been on my to read list.
Yeah.
Even though I am not a manga guy at all, right?
Yeah, I don't have the plot with me. It's not listed. But
Okay.
if my memory recalls straight, he's just a retired hitman
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
was like the #1 hitman of all time.
Yeah.
And is just living a nice
Yeah,
husband lifestyle.
he like fell in love with a convenience store clerk,
Right.
and then immediately retires and like left the underground world.
loses all of his
Loses all of his muscle. He just becomes this like
Right.
like round, like just like down to earth guy who never talks, but he still has the skills of an
You
assassin.
never forget. You never forget.
Basically, like John Wick retirement, right?
Like John Wick, like 27, where he's like fully retired after all the sequels.
Really, John Wick really let himself go. Didn't he?
Yeah, it's like he's still got those moves though, baby.
It's like John Wick, like Logan edition. Though. He's just a fucking retired old man. He's had enough of
It's
this
called
shit.
John. But yeah,
Mr. Wick.
Mr. Wick. But yeah, this is also from Shonen Jump, the
Yeah.
print edition,
Yeah.
and it's licensed by Viz Media in the US as well. And it started off as a one-shot originally, just called Sakamoto in Jump Giga, which is another spin-off of Shonen Jump.
Jump Giguk?
Jump Giga.
Jump Giguk?
Don't.
No,
don't.
not Giga.
No.
It took me a second. I was like, why are you so hung up on the word Giga? I was like, oh, I see. Yeah. So,
How nice of Jump to name a magazine after me.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Well, I mean, this is the guy who emailed Attack on Titan
emailed
after-
Studio Wit.
after all. So much power in the industry, obviously. So unfortunately, Sakamoto Days got 9th place in the print manga category. So unfortunately,
But
missed
it's
out.
definitely a recommendation from us, I believe.
Definitely a recommendation. I've talked about this in a monthly otaku. This is, again, only 2 volumes so far have been published in Japanese.
I'm surprised it's got 9th place because I've heard so much about this manga.
Yeah.
I'm like very, very.
I'm
Just
also
goes to
very-
show the level of competition that we have here today, Shane.
Yeah,
honestly.
honestly.
Quality of these manga.
Yeah, even
yeah.
9th place is like really, really
Because
good.
like obviously this is a mix between things that have been officially translated in English and things that haven't yet, and this has, so that's why I've heard about it, which just makes me think, what are like the other manga and titles that haven't been
sleeping on,
translated
yeah.
that are just waiting to blow up here?
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about manga translations that will blow up. Surely we have Bookwalker, the sponsor of this stream.
I'm glad you said that.
And we're going to talk about some of the nominations
Yeah.
that are exclusively on Bookwalker, because this is
Yeah.
a Bookwalker sponsored stream. But let's tell you a bit about Bookwalker first before we get into the nominations.
Go on.
It's Katakau's official ebook store where you can legally read manga and light novel titles in English or Japanese, and their app is available on iOS or Android or PC.
There you go.
Thank you very much,
Literally
Bookwalker.
any console, any type of gamer that you are, it's there for you.
And again, like we have our own coupon code now. It's Trash Taste, and you
Coupon
can,
code Trash Taste.
First
So we're
time,
gonna- we're
first
gonna
time
be
users
talking-
can
yeah,
save 600
We're
yen.
going to be talking about some manga that didn't quite get the top ranks, but were nominated by Bookwalker.
Yeah.
So if you do want to purchase
And you can
them,
read them on Bookwalker.
You
Yeah.
can purchase them and use our coupon code Trash Taste to get 600 JPY off. All right, let's
Hashtag
get
ad.
into it.
Let's
Yeah,
get
let's-
into it. So these are the print versions.
Oh damn!
right?
8th place. Oh, what a beautiful name.
Go
I
on,
was
read it.
reincarnated the 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability.
This sounds like a me kind of show.
I saw the word reincarnate and magical ability. I'm like, yeah, that's a gacha.
Yeah, this is me. This
They
is
look,
me. I'm gonna be waiting for this anime adaptation.
Yeah.
And
Is it like? Do you know what this is about? By all
I
means?
believe it's about a story of when the main character was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so that they can take their time to perfect their magical
Thanks,
ability.
Joe.
yeah,
Thanks
like
for that, thanks for that.
so I'm
Thank
I'm
God for light novel
I'm gonna have a guess. Okay. I have not read the plot synopsis.
Yeah, we certainly don't have anything
We don't have
here.
the plot synopsis, unfortunately. But okay, so this guy, possibly hit by a truck, possibly if they really want to go crazy, dies another way. You know, maybe it's a train this time. Maybe it's a bus. Who knows? Who knows?
Right. A plane.
Yeah, and yo, Joey, don't go too crazy here. Jeez, Jesus
We're
Christ.
going on a flight in 3 fucking
Yeah,
days.
Jesus
Joe.
Christ.
Come
Up a
on.
little too high. Boom.
Jesus Christ, Joey. Okay, and he gets reincarnated as a kid, basically, and as the kid, since he starts off as a kid, he has a big advantage over his competitors, and he really gets time to perfect his magical techniques in this world, right?
Right.
And so, and so the story of this follows this kid as he's kind of just learning his magical
Are you
abilities.
bullshitting all of this, by the way?
I am completely
Are
bullshitting.
we actually going to get
I was about to say, I'm like, that was the most roundabout way to say the title.
Do you have
The real thing.
How close was I? How close was I? I just want to know. Was I not close?
Question: did he die from a truck?
After that, we don't know.
Oh, damn it.
Can we get the synopsises, please? Okay, we don't.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. Okay, what is the synopsis, Malin? In his previous life,
Lloyd was a penniless peasant.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
in his previous life, Prince Lloyd was a penniless peasant.
Fantastic.
But since reincarnating as a prince with immense
Oh my
magical
God.
power, he can finally focus on his favorite thing.
Can the chat even hear you?
Okay.
So since so he reincarnates as a prince and he gets time to
You can read
focus
it
on
book.
sorcery. I was basically right.
Yeah, you're basically right.
I was
You're
basically right.
right.
I missed out the peasant part because I'm just like.
I wouldn't have missed that out. If I had. And of course, in 14th place of print, we have In Clear Moonlight's Dusk,
Moonlit
which looks
Dusk.
like a very, dare I say, sexy
Ooh,
one.
I feel
The
a lot
girl,
of-
the girl on the cover kind of looks like Nana.
Is it a girl?
does.
Yeah, it weirdly does.
There's like blood-stained lips. Could be a little saucy, dare I say.
This is
Give
gonna
me
be like
spag bowl that was a little too soft.
You see the guy's like, "Can I take a picture?" He's like, "Hold on." All right, I'm ready.
we don't know the plot, unfortunately. We can't tell you, but
We got the title, so if you're interested, go over to Bookwalk and check
there's
it out.
also Medalist, which was in 16th place in the print category.
Looks like a ice skating manga.
Ooh. And of course, we have I'm in Love with the Villainess.
I've heard
which
of
came
this.
17th.
have you heard
No,
of
I
this
think you've heard a similar title.
or have you just heard a title with villainess in it?
Probably the latter.
This must be a very good SEO word or something. I don't know when
Villainous
became a thing, but
I didn't even know that was a real word until a couple of years ago.
It's just a thing that became like a huge trend, right? Because you know how isekai became like a massive trend,
of course,
and it took
no idea.
over.
No idea.
Yeah,
No idea.
and then so villainess is kind of like the female version of the isekai,
Right.
Where it's still an isekai, but the main protagonist is don't yawn at me, Connor. Don't yawn at me. This is what I'm saying here is very important. I'm talking about isekai, Connor.
Okay, go on.
And basically, there was a huge trend where female characters became the main protagonists of a lot of isekai manga and light novels. And for some reason, a lot of them are villainesses. And so that's just like a buzzword now.
Is there like something
Sounds
different,
great.
like other different qualities to a villainess versus just a standard isekai? Other than the fact that the main character is a female?
I
They
mean,
are
like,
villains.
yeah, I mean, they
You got me
are.
there, son.
They are instead of being the protagonists, they are the villains of the world.
Next up, here are some other nominated. Here's some other nominated titles.
I know some of these.
I know some of these.
Frontier, which I think some of you boys know, right?
Yeah, I know this one.
I think
Do you want me to give the plot synopsis of
And
Shangri-La?
This one came 5th place, so very close. To being
Very
up
close.
there.
Very close.
Honestly, this is kind of one step away from isekai. It is
Go on then. Go on, isekai man.
okay.
Tell us.
Okay, so get this. Okay, so instead of isekai, it's like VR MMOs. So
Okay.
like it's kind of like Sword Art Online in the
Right,
sense,
right,
right?
right.
Does that kind of as isekai? I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
But
another world. It's
so-
virtual.
So the main character, right,
Yeah.
is kind of like a mix between me and Connor, right? Because
In what sense?
okay, so this main character is a gamer, right?
So like you.
No, like Connor. He's like a pro gamer,
Yeah.
but he has this really weird obsession of just like literally being addicted to trash video games.
Right.
So he's like totally addicted to like just the like trashy video games, right?
So like Connor.
No, like God. I'm not addicted to trash.
He's the gamer. I'm the trash man.
All right,
So,
right.
So like he has like been molded playing these games
Uh-huh.
that are just like completely broken or completely buggy and just kind of powering through. Right. And so in the first chapter, he's just like, I've literally run out of trash to play.
Right.
What should I play? So the store owner recommends to him an actual good video game, like one of the best video games. And because
Apex Legends.
and basically because he's so molded by playing so many buggy games and so many like broken games, just kind of like powering through, he realizes how easy a well-designed game is. Right. And so
So I'm imagining it's like a power fantasy about to happen.
oh no, yeah, definitely. It's a power fantasy.
Okay,
so
okay.
it's basically like if someone had trained in Cyberpunk 77 and just went into like
Pretty good comparison.
yeah. So imagine if John Wick trained in Cyberpunk 77.
He is in Cyberpunk.
He is in Cyberpunk 2077.
That's Keanu Reeves. I'm
Yes,
talking about
Keanu
John Wick.
Reeves.
It's just Keanu Reeves.
We all know his real name's John Wick.
Well, I'm sold. Go on. I'm sold.
Thank you.
We
And,
also have please
I-
put them on.
Okay, so
Takamine-san.
I voted for this one.
You actually voted.
I have voted for this one, not because the author Hideki
Please
Yuichi...
put them on
Yeah.
Takamine-san.
Takamine-san. Yeah, so Hideki Yuichi, the author, he follows me on Twitter. Shout out to you. But also... so let me try and explain this plot. So the plot is standard boy, like no redeeming qualities whatsoever, very average guy in everything. There is a girl in his class who is the school council president, who is Takamine.
Of course.
Takamine Takane, I think her name is. And basically she is like, basically like up in the clouds, right? Like no one can touch her. She's like pristine in every way.
That's how it always is.
And one day he walks into the classroom and sees her breasticles accidentally as she's changing.
Breasticles.
Yes, her titties. Her titties. Her
Okay.
titties. I'll say it. He looks at his tits.
Okay.
He looks at her tits.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden his memory just kind of snaps. And he's back in his classroom. And he realizes, and he's like, "What the fuck happened? Did I just time travel?
Some
Like,
Men in Black boots.
yeah, like what is this?" And then he actually finds out that Takamine actually has this ability where she can convert time back to a certain point by taking off her underwear.
I'm actually sold. Like no joke. I'm just
Yeah.
like time traveling underwear.
Yeah. So basically the reason why she's so perfect in every way is because every time she makes a mistake, she takes off her underwear, time goes back, and she tries it again until she nails it. But the problem is, every time she takes off her underwear to travel back in time, her underwear disappears.
So it's like click.
Oh, it's like ReZero, obviously.
It's like click. It's like click.
It's like ReZero.
I've heard enough. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm not satisfied yet.
Oh God, you can go and read
So-
it.
wait.
Basically, the reason why the main character...
God's taking his pants off right now.
Yeah,
as we
so
speak.
basically the reason why the main character retains his memories even after the time travel is because he saw her tits. There's an ability.
Why do we have ReZero when we have this masterpiece?
That's what I'm saying. People are sleeping on this.
Like what?
It's like ReZero, but way better.
Who cares about super dying through death?
Yeah.
Who the fuck gives a shit?
I
Like,
don't want to watch suffering. I want to watch hot girls taking off their
I
underwear.
think I just said dying through death.
dying through death.
I meant to say time traveling through death,
This sounds like
Dying through death.
looping through death. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
it sounds like an extremely interesting.
Yeah,
manga.
and Hideki Yuichi is like first of all, amazing illustrator. Like all of his characters look so goddamn hot. Which with a plot like that, you kind of need to be good at character design. And I don't know. It's just
I bet the art's really important for this.
But
the art is very important for this.
I
It's
bet it
very
is.
very good. And he's super chill on Twitter.
What I want to know is has any of you heard about young ladies don't play fighting games?
I don't know, but
I have not.
That actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, that actually sounds
I know
interesting.
nothing about it. We don't have the plot synopsis. Bookwalker.
Oh, it's announced to be getting an anime though.
oh
Is
really?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So it must have quite a strong following.
Yeah.
And there's also the Four Nights of the Apocalypse, which is a sequel to the Seven Deadly Sins, which I know you boys are massive fans of.
Yep.
Yep, love it.
Love.
No, nothing more else to say, but you can read it on Bookwalker.
Yes, all of the 8 titles, I think, that we talked
Yeah,
about,
just all.
the other nominated titles, you can read all those on Bookwalker, and you can use our coupon code TRASHTASTE to get 600 yen off your first purchase.
If you're a new customer.
If you're a
that
new
new
customer,
customers.
of course. So, if any of those titles that we just talked about interest you, then
Yeah.
again, go over to Bookwalker.
So,
And, grab
gentlemen, final thoughts.
Honestly, like,
I've learned a lot.
I had to read... I had to read most of these for this stream, obviously. But, obviously some of these...
Yeah,
are
you kind of like
caught up.
solo carried the stream. I'm not gonna lie. Like if we didn't have you, we're just like, oh, what's this show about?
To be fair though, like when I did see the list of winners, these were all actually titles I had heard of before, and I was interested in reading anyway. So this
Yeah,
stream,
yeah.
if anything, got me to actually like finally commit to reading them. So
Yeah.
now I have a bunch of like new manga that I can actually keep up with and talk about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I don't know. What would you say? I think is like
I'm
the
very
one.
excited for a few that hopefully.
I
get
reckon me
translations soon.
personally, if I had to recommend one, it'd be Dun Dun Dun.
Yeah, that one stood out
For
a lot to me.
certain. Like
Yeah, for
this
me-
this stood out to me so goddamn hard. This is going to be huge, I reckon, if
Yeah,
done
this
well.
one.
For me,
And yeah, that's a
Oshinoko.
second for me. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
this is for me going to be also. I mean, I feel like every one of these is going to get an anime adaptation.
These,
We're all
yeah,
winners.
all of these,
We're
all
all
of these
We're
are
all
gonna be
winners, but
massive,
like
yeah.
if you want a head start, then I feel like this is just going to be like a story.
Showstopper.
A story that people are just going to remember. It's one of those that I feel tackles some really hard hitting themes that are very, very relevant in this day and age. And I feel like it could speak to a possible whole generation.
I like
of
to
people.
think of it almost as like the Oyasumi Punpun of idol manga.
I mean, it hasn't gone that far. Yeah, let's
Calm down.
calm
Oh,
down,
it's
Joey.
like- it's
Calm
like-
down. What was there, like 3 volumes released or something?
First
It's
couple
the
of volumes of
masterpiece.
Oyasumi Punpun.
It's gonna.
This is gonna be
save
like the
manga.
fucking Dark Souls of like manga like comparisons. Oh, it's the Oyasumi Pun.
No, Dun 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 is the Dark Souls voice of manga.
No.
But yeah, anyways, big thank you to Bookwalker
Yeah.
for sponsoring this stream, and hopefully you guys got some new recommendations of fresh off the press new manga. I'm certainly
these are very, very hot. And if you're like me and have no idea about the manga community or where to even start with manga recommendations, this is like a fucking solid ass list.
Yeah, I definitely do think the next manga awards is like a
Yeah.
really good indicator of what's going to be really big in the next year.
Oh, I guess that's been the boys. That's
it's
all we
been the
have for
boys.
today.
That has been
It's
the
been
voice.
fun. It's been fun.
Fun. It's been late. I am very tired now.
Yeah. So I guess thank you so much for joining us and joining us for these next manga awards. Not anime. It's manga.
Yeah, it's manga awards.
Next
The next manga awards.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I guess we'll see you guys soon.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be streaming for a while, are we?
No, we're
because
gonna be gone for a
I am flying to England in 2 days.
You, me too. Come
Yeah,
on, what's your
you two are flying back to the
We're
UK.
both flying to England.
Yeah.
In me in 2 days, you in 3 days. I
Yeah.
was gonna say I'm flying in 2 days and you're flying in 3 days.
Yeah, so unfortunately there won't be an After Dark stream
For about
in
a
a
month
little
and a
while.
half,
So
Hope you enjoyed the improved lighting as well.
Yeah, it should
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
This should
at
be
least from now on, like
Yeah,
next
yeah,
stream,
yeah.
we're gonna have so much nicer
Hell
lighting.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be as dim.
It feels like a complete set now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But thanks for coming along, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace.
Bye.